Can everybody hear me now? Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure. What the hell just happened? Let me know in the comments if anyone can hear me. Okay. Sorry for that. No idea what just happened. The settings changed, so I got muted. But yeah, I'm back. Let me know if the sound's okay because I have no idea what just happened. I will start over. So welcome back to the channel for Europa League preview. Wasn't expecting to do one probably a few months ago. It's so weird that I need to do a Europa League preview or just watch a Europa League game in general. But it is what it is. Like, we are in it. We need to deal with it. And we also need to win it, considering how the league table is looking. So we don't have a choice. Like, it is what it is. We're gonna deal with it, and trying to get excited tomorrow for a 9 p.m. kickoff on a Thursday. Usually Thursday for me is like a laid-back day, chill. Now it's probably gonna be stressy, considering the way we are playing. But it is what it is. Yeah, so we're going to go over some things Allegri said, over the predicted lineup as well, then the usual stuff, prediction, and I'll take some questions. Bremer was sitting with him today. He didn't say much, Bremer. He wasn't asked much, to be honest. I like that he was being honest, he said that he felt he was having a positive season, and he basically also said that he knew that he played very, very poorly against Napoli and Monza, which was true. Like, against Napoli, that was a horror show for him. Against Monza, he was poor, but he was honest, I like that. But he wasn't asked much, to be honest. He was asked very, very little. Very weird, if we are being completely honest. So not much to go off of his presser. So I will dive straight into Allegri's one, because he said quite a lot. He talked about many things. Obviously about Nantes, because that's who we play tomorrow. He said French teams are always complicated because they are physical. Nantes have fast and technical players. We are focused on the present. We have to take one small step at a time. That has to be our strength from here to the end in all three competitions. Now, if anyone watched a game of Nantes, let me know in the comments, because I haven't. I just don't. I think everybody knows there's the streak they're on. Was it 12 games unbeaten? I think there's like 4 or 5 draws into it. A lot of 1-0s, like close games. So going at that and going at the little what I read in an article of Get French Football? I think that's the account. Well, they described them as a very complicated team to face. They can close themselves down really good. They can sort it out. They can look it out for 90 minutes and then hit you with that one moment. They're that kind of team, which is not good news for us. I'm not gonna lie. I think we struggle big time against those type of teams, especially away from home. Now we do play at home, but just in general. So that's not a thing that's in our favor, because we stink at breaking teams down if they sit back, in my opinion. So that's that. Again, I haven't watched them. So I don't know much about them, besides the stuff I read, and going off the stats, basically. And yes, it seems like they are a complicated team, very compact. But that shouldn't be an excuse, in my opinion, because you need to win tomorrow. And I believe, because I've been saying it for maybe a week now, week and a half. I think we need to finish the job tomorrow already. I think you need to be at least up 2-0 going away from home next week to finish the job. It should be at least a 2-0 win or a 3-1 win, because away goals, they don't count anymore. But it needs to be a 2-goal difference win tomorrow, in my opinion, to go there on Thursday and finish the job. Because if not, it will be very, very tricky because, yes, you might say we are in a positive moment again, but we know how this works. Like one little setback and we have a collapse, and that's my biggest fear. With those little setbacks, even if it's not a win, if it's a 1-1 tomorrow, that's a setback. And again, for me, that's a very big setback for this group of players, for these group of players, this group of players, for these players. So we just need to finish the job tomorrow. That's the only way, and I think that's what Allegri as well said. Somewhere in his presser saying we need to basically lay the foundations to make it into the next round, because remember, these are the playoff rounds. This is not really the competition. Basically, it's a playoff. If you make it out of these playoffs, you're in the quote unquote Europa League final phase to make it to the final. So I don't know, like looking at the opponents we could have draw, on paper, them and was it Midtjylland from Norway? Those were on paper the opponents you were looking for. Now that doesn't mean it's gonna be a walkover or whatever, but you got quote unquote lucky with the draw. You just need to capitalize on that now, because we just don't have we don't have any other options. Like we just don't. We don't, because if the points stand, the league is quote unquote gone. You're just playing to play basically. Then the Europa League is the only way into the Champions League. So I think you need to face that game tomorrow with that mindset. Then he said the qualification is played out over 180 minutes. We will have to lay the groundwork to go to Nantes with a good lead. I told the boys Europe gives us a chance to fill the calendar. Otherwise, the weeks become boring. Now, maybe not as a fan if you need to watch what we play for many games in a season. But yeah, it's the only way into Europe for us at this moment in time. It seems to be. So we don't have any other choice. It needs to be taken very serious. Will we win it? Who knows? Like probably the chances are not in our favor. If you look at the teams in it, better teams at this moment in time, Barca, Man U, Arsenal, they are the better teams at this moment in time. They play better football. They look more solid. They look better on a week to week basis, and from the beginning of the season until now. So it's not going to be easy to win the Europa League, but that competition is very strange. Like strange things happen in that Europa League, when many times you're like, yeah, they're going to make it to the final, and then in the final, no, those teams are not there. So you never know. But tomorrow is the first step, like he said, like get a good result, build that positivity up again, and go next Thursday, try to finish that job, and make it to the next round. It's as simple as that. Like it's very. I think this is a very easy preview to do in terms of like there is no other way. Like there is nothing else to say than just you need it. You need to make it to the next round. Hanina saying the next gen has made it to the final. I closed down the game when I went live, so I haven't seen it. Did they win against? Oh, they won with pens. That's great. That's very good. That's very positive news. Again, great job on the under 23s. Now them making the final is massive. It's very massive. So that's very good news. That's actually very good news. Let me get that out. So that's very good news that they make the final. Also, Hoyson is playing very well. I think everybody saw that goal. And if anyone watched my Danilo video with Rugani, Bonucci, Gatti, I think his chances into getting into the first team very soon are, well, almost 100% at this point. Like the way things are shaping up, he's the next one up, and he looks very good, man. Besides being defensively good, he still needs to grow again in terms of like body shape, whatever you want to call it. But technically, he is impressive. Like he is super impressive technically. Not because of the goal, like that goal was insane, but just on the ball, he is so calm. He's so good on the ball. It's actually ridiculous that he's playing center back, because sometimes when you look at on the ball, he looks like he can play in midfield basically. Like he's very good on the ball, which is a plus. But I think defensively he's very good. I think that's the most important thing, or for me personally. But if you lose Bonucci and you can add him in the future, again, it's a big if he can fill those shoes. But having a player who can play well out from the back is a plus, because at this moment in time, we don't have that. And you have Alexandro doing weird stuff in front of our box. That's what happened. It's happening now. But let's move on to the next quote. Because he was asked about the injuries and all those stuff, just in general, the entire season, missing players. He was asked about Bonucci. He's back, but he cannot play. He said just to feel the vibes again. Basically, that's what he said. Cuadrado is back, but he was talking about the long-term injuries. And he said, Chiesa, already the fact that he recovered well from Sunday's game is a sign that he is managing it all very well. We were like, not me only, but a lot of people were asking themselves, why is Chiesa being benched so many times? Well, according to this, he needs time after every game, which is a bit worrying, because it's been a very while now. He's back for a while, in my opinion. The injuries for almost a year now, over a year now. It's a bit worrying, because what's happening that it takes so long for him to get up to speed. But that's the situation at this moment in time. You might say it's better to keep him fit and don't risk him, and play him consistently when he's 100% ready. I think that's what they were trying to do. But even before the World Cup, we were already pushing into that direction in terms of they're playing it very ultra safe. I think this is maybe another step. You might say over the top, but we don't know. We're just going off Allegri's words, excuse me. But going off his words, I think in the next 1 to 2 weeks, he will be the main starter again, and he will start week in, week out. Or it should be going off this. Then he said Pogba trained with the team this morning, but is still behind the schedule. He has to be evaluated from day to day. Again, I'll bring it up. I don't want to talk about Pogba when he's ready, when he's in the team, when I see him on the team sheet. I'll talk about it. Up to that point, it's pointless. It's as pointless as Tuttosport coming out with news as Danilo is going to stay even if we don't make Europe. I'm like, no shit. Like, he's just signing a new deal. Like, useless stories, like the Pogba stories. It is what it is. Like, I'm not going to waste any time on that anymore. And then he was asked about the biggest thing, because he was asked about his outburst on Sunday, with that fan. Everybody saw that video. He was asked about it, and he said, I'm not really a leader. I'm just here doing my job. He said, I'm human, not made out of iron. I think at this moment in time, sticking together should make the difference. Tomorrow the stadium will be full, which is true. It's sold out. And that's a nice signal from the fans. Now it's up to us to repay them by giving a good performance. Now, if anybody watched my video, I said it, I don't get it, going to the stadium, booing players even before they enter the pitch. Like, for me, it's ridiculous, but whatever. And at this moment in time, it's him and the players. All the rest of the club are new. Okay, Calvo was not new, but he's been away for a while. It's Allegri and the players. That's it. I personally feel the club, like the players and the coach, has been thrown out there without any protection from the club in terms of questions about the situation. Like when the 15 points came and they sent out Allegri to speak pre-game, I thought that was ridiculous. It's him and the players at this moment in time. It's just those two and the fans. But when you have fans booing players even before they step on the field, I think that's just ridiculous in my opinion. It is. And I think that's the atmosphere that has been created by, I will say it, Agnelli over the couple of years. The stadium is empty. The fan base is very how do you want to say it, split, you know, and even the stadium is split because you got fans being booed by the Curva Sud because they were booing players. They don't like it. They will not do it. They will support the club no matter what. They were booing the fans. Like it's a ridiculous situation. But I agree with it. Like I don't get it. You know, you had De Chilio, you had Paredes warming up, and you know the numbers. You know, it gets announced they are coming up and they get booed, and I'm like, I don't like him. I don't like De Chilio. I don't know. I'm going to the Napoli game. I said it. You know, got the tickets. I'm not gonna go into the stadium and boo when De Chilio touches the ball. Like I don't know how that's gonna help him, the team, and me as a fan. Like it's not gonna help me. It's just gonna make it worse. So I'm not gonna do it. I don't understand it. I don't think Allegri understands it. I think he's very pissed with the situation. I've not seen him this. How do you want to say that? On edge, ever. Because I believe, like I said, it's him and the players, and he's basically begging the fans to join him and the players in this whatever you want to call it journey, and not fight against him as well, because that's what I think he believes is happening with a certain part of the fan base, because he was pissed like and if you watch that presser, you had the feeling he was still annoyed by that, but let's see full stadium tomorrow. Let's see how that will go, you know. So those were all the quotes from Allegri. I don't have a graphic for the lineup because I was too late, but I do have the expected lineup from Di Marzio. Now, that's probably not going to be 100% accurate, as we all know, going off the past. But he predicted Chesney in goal, Danilo, Bremer, Sandro, so that's not going to change. We know that. De Chilio is going to start. Fagioli is back in it. Locatelli, Rabiot going nowhere. Kostic, Di Maria, Vlahovic. Meaning Chiesa is being benched again, which was kind of expected going off that presser, in my opinion. Those three up top, I think that's the way to go. But I don't think we're ready for it. I think we need time, and I think it's better to build on that in the league, because at this moment in time, 15 points, looking at the league, it's kind of, we're nowhere, no man's land. You're just, going through the motion because we need to play it. In a must-win game tomorrow, I want to see Chiesa on the pitch, but I'm not sure with that formation. Like, I didn't like it on the weekend. I know there were some positives, but I thought we didn't have real control in that midfield, maybe because of the players in it. But at times it was too, like, they were getting overwhelmed. And especially in the first 35 minutes, Fiorentina were going through that midfield with great ease, not creating much at the end, but it was so easy for them. And I didn't like it. It was very worrying because it needs time. It needs time to be worked on. And I'm not sure if tomorrow is a good day, whatever you want to call it, good moment to propone that again. I think it would be better to do that in the league, that's just my opinion. But yes, I want to see Chiesa play. But let's see. I think Kostic is playing well ever since he came back from the World Cup again, because he was playing well. He had a bad moment. He's playing well again, in my opinion. So, yeah, it is what it is, I guess, We didn't have time. Like, those three are just fit just now, like a few weeks, all of them together. Playing that against Fiorentina, it was never expected to go flawless, because it wasn't flawless, because you can see Chiesa was not on the same level, how do you want to say it, on the same page with the two of them, and vice versa. Like, it's normal. It's 100% normal. I'm just saying I wasn't a big fan of what I saw in terms of when we didn't have possession of the ball, and it needs time. I'm not sure if tomorrow is the time to, how do you want to say that, improve that, because I don't think we have wiggle room tomorrow. You have more wiggle room in the league. We don't have that tomorrow. we need to win that game tomorrow. I believe we need to win that game with 2 goals with 2 goal difference to go next Thursday away from home, because I'm not sure what to expect away from home. I don't like us away from home personally. We struggle in creating a lot or creating good things. And again, I don't know none. After tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow I'll come on and be like, yeah, I mean, away from home we're just gonna win again. They're not good. I don't know. But as of now, I don't know much about them. But we need to win with 2 goals, with 2 goal difference, in my opinion. But let's see. Um, Let me know your hot take for tomorrow in the comments. I haven't thought of one. I'm not gonna go with Miretti goal because he's not fit. He's not there. My hot take for tomorrow is that we will play a good game. And with good game, I mean a Lazio type of game at home in the league, where we were in total control and we just won the game, where you're like, yeah, we're safe. Now, I don't want to jinx it. I could be completely wrong. It's just a hot take. Now, my prediction for tomorrow is 2-0. I think we are going to win, and I do believe we're going to win with 2 goals difference. I also believe we're going to keep a clean sheet. I haven't seen none, just based on stats and the small, actually very short article I read on Get French Football. Based on that, I'm just gonna go say 2-0, and we keep a clean sheet, and we take a big step to the next round. That's my prediction. Let me know your predictions in the comments. Let me see. Di Maria brace and assist. That could happen. When he has one of those days, he has one of those days, and he's unstoppable. So, I think he's playing well. Maybe the numbers are not there in the last couple of games, but he's playing well. Like he's very important to what we do, because he's just on the ball a different level. Chiesa will play a man of the match performance, and we're gonna win 3-0. Well, he's gonna need to do that from the bench, so that means we're having a very poor game up to that point. Dusan counter-attack goal. Now that's a hot take. If we score on a counter-attack, because even this weekend, I don't know when it was. It was in the second half, man. We just needed one simple clean pass, and it was 3 against 1. Yeah, it was 3 against 1. And I don't know who that was. Was it Locatelli or was it Rabiot? He plays that ball way too wide. And the moment, I think it was Di Maria, controls the ball, he looks up, and everybody from Fiorentina is just back. And I'm like, oh boy. Like, we don't train this. We absolutely don't train counterattack, because we stink at it. We're just bad at it. But yeah, that actually would be a hot take, to be honest. But yeah, tomorrow, my reaction video, but Julian will be live with a live post game, so join him and support him if needed, going off the results. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, hit that bell notification. Again, join tomorrow for the post game live, and yeah, see you back. Myself, probably Friday with a live. Tomorrow is Julian with a live. Thanks for watching, and